The man accused of killing a Harris County Precinct 3 deputy constable will likely be staying behind bars. 20-year-old Ashim Taylor and 20-year-old Jalen Womack were both in court today. Both waived their rights to future bond hearings. The two men are charged with murder in the death of Deputy Omar Urson. He was off duty and driving to Atascocita last month when he was shot and killed. Now, police say those two men, Womack and Taylor, were out on bond when they killed Deputy Urson. And we know tonight at least one of them got the money from a local bonding company tied to a controversial family. The Harris County Bail Bond Board ruled today that one of the brothers in that family now has to close up shop. Fox 26's Randy Wallace live tonight to explain more. Randy.
Yeah, that's right, Jonathan. The Maharib family has posted bonds for several accused killers in high-profile cases. They include the recent slaying of off-duty Deputy Constable Omar Urson.
If they're required to pay 10%, then they have to pay that.
Bail bondsman Wassam Maharbid posted bond for Jalen Womack, who's now charged in the murder of off-duty Deputy Constable Omar Urson. The Maharib family has been accused of taking less than 10% of the bond amount for defendants and putting them on payment plans. Even after several crime victims and advocates spoke against renewing Wassam Maharib's license, the Harris County Bail Bond Board did the opposite.
The board, again, had an opportunity to send a message out, and they didn't do that, and only time will tell how many other people will perhaps end up being in the same predicament as Deputy Urson and his family are.
This board that is supposed to regulate the bonding companies is not doing their job. If you don't want this type of job, if you don't want to make the tough decisions, don't be here.
I'm absolutely devastated that they did not take into effect the points that we brought up and allowed him to get another license.
And they allowed this person to get an additional license to continue to operate in our community when they've demonstrated over and over again they're unable to hold up their end of the bargain when it comes to the bail bond system.
Our powers are limited. If I were to vote against that license and it were to get denied, there's obviously litigation that's going to cost the county money, and there's going to be an injunction that may be imposed, which means they still get to keep their license while the litigation is pending.
The Bail Bond Board voted to not renew Anthony Maharbid's bail bonding license, partly for not paying judgments within 30 days.
We're not going into the prisons and taking people out. We are allowing people who have only been charged with an offense to have a certain amount of freedom until, if they're convicted.
Now, the Maharbid brothers have a sister, Sheba. She surrendered her bail bonding license. Her company, Able Bonds, was raided last June by the Texas Anti-Gang Task Force. Reporting live from the Southwest Side, Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.